What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. As the title suggests, we have 20 new mystery knives to give away. Hand-selected, put them in the pouches myself because I don't have any employees. They are very cool, and I put a whole bunch of premium stuff in there. Should be fun. There'll be 2 winners tonight. If your name's drawn, you get to select 2 of the mystery pouches. Whatever's inside is yours to keep. Let me start off the live stream by saying the gentleman who won the second round last week, these two, it was this Migron and this PMP, I think it's the big boy. You never emailed me. It's KB, the logo, KB. So it's probably, most likely you messed up my email address. So I'm going to let you see it again. metalcomplex87@gmail.com. You need to email me with your first and last name, your full shipping information, and the 2 knives that you won. Please don't try to cheat him out of those knives. Believe me, I'll know. But I really want to get those to you. You definitely were in the live stream. You said that's me, so I want to get you your knives. So email me. Your knives. Oh, I got my volume on there. There we go. All right. Let's fill out the other side of this screen with a couple of things. Put that there. Vision FG can probably go down here. And yeah, we just put that one right there. There we go. I don't like it when there are bald spots. All right. You forgot it's Friday. It's MC Day. That's right. Friday. Bradford Mitchell, thanks for gifting those memberships. Very cool. Congrats. Friday evening. Oh my goodness, I have so much news. I have so much good news for you guys. Some good news for me, and definitely some good news for you, but just good news all the way around. My prototypes are officially headed to me. Now that has a few different meanings. Number 1, as soon as they arrive, I will move whatever is on the schedule for the day off of the schedule. And then I will upload. I'll reveal them. That's what I'm going to do. But at the same time, I think I'll probably do it all in one video. I might do it in 2 videos. But I'm going to reveal the rest of the prizes for the 500K/600K event. Which means we can finally do it. Now, my knives won't be available to buy for just a little bit. Because we got to get it figured out. We still got to talk about pricing and all that stuff. But you guys will at least be able to see it. And somebody will end up with one. Because I'm going to give one of the prototypes away. So, super great news. Excalibur is almost here. Unless it gets lost in the ocean, which would really suck. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. Also, if you're wondering from last week's live stream, did I buy Kyle's knife? Yes, I did. It took me 30 seconds. Immediately out of the live stream, I went to my Instagram DMs, found him in there. I said, what were you thinking for the price? He shot me a price and I said, let's do it. Some of you know what it is. Some of you don't. This is like a collection-ending knife. This is like a knife you quit on. Now, I'm not going to quit. I'm just saying, if this was my last knife purchase ever, I would consider it the final boss. I would consider it the secret. Like, it's almost like after the final boss, there's like a secret end boss. And you get the crazy, like, overpowered weapon that you didn't really need. Like, that's the kind of knife this is. It is definitely the most valuable. It will be the most valuable knife in my collection. It will also be the rarest knife in my collection by a long shot. Hello, Paul. But it's actually been on the channel because he loaned it to me for a video. So it's there. It's on the channel. It's in my favorite knives of all time playlist. It's over $6,000. Yeah, it's over $6,000. Yeah. It's gonna be cool. There's nothing else like it in the. There's nothing else like it. I also asked the. Kyle was saying that he thinks there are only 6 in existence. So I messaged the person who made it and I said, "How many of these did you do?" And he said, "Oh God." He said, "I don't know, 2 or 3." He said 6 would be on the high end. He said there's possibly only 4 out there. So somewhere between 2 and 6 exist. He can't remember because he said it was so frustrating, he stopped doing it. So, I definitely want it. I definitely want to have it. Yeah. Excuse me. How's the baby? Happy. Fat, happy. She knows nothing but joy and sleep and bliss. Eat, sleep, poop, look at the fan. That's her schedule. Found a Wee Nitro OG blue anodized for $300. I love that knife. In fact, I'll just tempt you guys. That is, so every month on Patreon I do a giveaway just for my patrons. And seriously, every single month. And I always try to make it something cool. This month, I just announced this today. It is the Nitro OG is what I'm giving away. I love this knife and I really wanted to keep it, but I thought this would make somebody happy on Patreon. So this is this month's giveaway for Patreon, which is separate from tonight's giveaway. Tonight's giveaway that I'm doing here is free. But if you want to get in on this one, there's a link right at the top of chat. You can join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. There's a bunch of other perks, but I'm not going to do that ad right now. I'll do that later. But that's what's on the line there for this month. Shay, thanks for the memberships. Appreciate that. So you can watch in 1080? Yeah. My quality goes up to 1080? Oh, yay! Oh, we have 1080 live stream quality. Yay! I wonder why. Why all of a sudden? Is that the first time? I've never had that before. I mean, that's cool. Can I show the Herman? Which one? I got 2 out here. This is the Slim in Balbach. That's full black Timascus and Balbach, the sequence. Really nice stuff. This is the nicest stuff that they've ever worked with. The Alema stuff is really nice, but the Balbach, I got 2 of these in Balbach. They must not do them very often, but this stuff is ridiculous. You see that blade? Let me get it up close and look on the, I gotta wait for my camera to catch up. Nope, that didn't work at all. I'm sorry. I should have just stood up and looked at it. Here we go. But that's the Alema stuff. You're like, what are you doing, old man? And then this is my first one. This is a cool one because the pivot's got that cool like spiral milling on it. But white Timascus or regular Timascus, and then we have a Damacor blade. This is the Vanax core, is the smoky part, and then the mirror polish part is the Damasteel jacket. So that was my first custom knife ever. I'll never get rid of that one. Super cool, man. It looks 1080 though. That's great for a live stream, man. Heck yeah. I didn't. Maybe my signal's just really good right now. Thanks for the new addiction. Got me into knives. Just bought a Spyderco PM2 Salt and Magna Cut. Love it. Hey, that's awesome. That's a great knife. You'll love that. I mean, it should be good to go forever. What's my opinion on the Civivi Vision FG versus the Vosteed Raccoon? That's actually, you're talking about the top liner lock. So these are 2 of the best knives you can get for the money. I mean, like, the Raccoon top liner lock is a little bit less. And the Civivi Vision FG is fully ambidextrous, but you might as well call this ambi because for a left-handed person, I honestly think the button locks are easier to manipulate. This isn't actually a standard button lock, though. This is a button-operated compression lock, or what they call a top liner lock, making this extremely reliable and much better than a standard button lock or even a liner lock. I mean, honestly, the compression lock is one of the better locking systems out there. So the fact that you have a budget build, in this case, micarta and 14C28N for, what are these, 65 bucks? That's ridiculous. This is an amazing knife, right? This guy's got a little bit more fidget factor, and the lock is probably stronger, but it's more expensive. Some people aren't going to like actuating this back here. As far as which one's better, it's really up to the end user. Personally, I still like the Vision FG better, but this is definitely, specifically, the Raccoon with the top liner lock is one of the best budget knives that exists. It is. And the people who own it know it. It's right up there. Easy top 10. Easy. It's a great knife. Get those back in stock, Vosteed. Have they come back yet? They really, I mean, those, as soon as people start figuring it out. What is this? This is Double Dragon 2. I was going to say, so many memories with this song. Oh, I just got hit with like a sad wave of nostalgia. Like my brother and I playing this game for like 4 hours on a Saturday morning. My brother's, he's still alive. He lives literally like down the street. He lives like 2 miles away. But I got plenty of years left with my brother. It's just, oh man, it was like a happy, sad memory all at once. I'm sure that happens to you guys too, but I miss it. Times were simple back then. Simple. We had those little juice jugs and like off-brand Cheez-Its, and we just sit there. Watch some Doug. All right, let's get back to it. Sorry, I'm just remembering like a bunch of stuff all at once. Kool-Aid squeeze. Oh man, yeah, the little squeeze bottles of Kool-Aid, man. God, I thought those were like the nectar of the god. And the blue one was like, if your parents got you like a 6-pack of the blue ones, I'd drain a 6-pack of those Kool-Aid things in a heartbeat. We drank from the hose too, and we were just fine. I'm pretty sure I drank enough hose water to fill at least 10 Olympic pools, like regulation Olympic pools. I definitely drank that much hose water. I'd like to think it didn't affect me. Maybe it did, but I think I'm okay. Hose drinkers. It just wasn't a problem. I mean, I didn't even ask. Like, I was like, well, there's a hose and it's got water coming out of it. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna drink it. And our parents were like, yeah, it's water, so go ahead. Nowadays, even with my own kids, I'm like, I don't know. Especially now that like I'm having to do all that chemical testing with the pool. Like, I'm just very aware of like how quickly what's in the water can change. So yeah, we filter everything now. I like to think Kansas water's clean, but every now and then you hear reports, it's not clean today, or it's not going to be clean for a week, or whatever. Why are we talking about hose water? Sorry. Cool live stream, bro. Let's talk about hose water. Okay. I got a new episode of The Knife Guy on Sunday. A lot of you, well, some of you have asked, like, can you bring that back? Yes. I tackled the forbidden price range. I tackled the Bermuda Triangle of price ranges. I think it's tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, I have the top 10. I cheated. There's actually like 16 knives in there. The top 10 best knives under 150, specifically the weird price range of 75 to 150. I think most of you can agree that is a really, really weird area where nothing is, it's really hard to find something truly extravagant. Most people stay under 75 or they just bump up to like 200 plus. So under 150, and yeah, that's a heavily Kaiser and Kershaw dominated area, but I did my best to spread it out. A lot of the knives, I think you guys will say, yeah, it's a no-brainer, and some of them might surprise you. But I worked hard on that upload, so I finally tackled that price range. And for those of you looking at that price point, you'll be happy. But I also did an episode of The Knife Guy, and it was a little bit more of a serious topic. I'll just give you guys a little bit of a rundown of that one. There's plenty of people out there who think I'm bought and paid for, and you know, I said it in the upload. It's fine. I'm not gonna go out of my way to convince everybody, but most of you know I'm not. So I spoke my mind, and just kind of, it was a general message to a lot of companies sending me knives, and the message was, thank you for sending me all the free stuff, but I'm not here to push your unsold inventory. Basically, stop selling me your unpopular models in various colors over and over and over again, because I'm not going to create content out of that, because nobody wants to see it. And I know that it's tough for a lot of manufacturers and a lot of retailers right now. You know, people don't have the money to spend on stuff, and honestly, a lot of low effort designs are just sitting there, and it's not my job to push them. And I said, stop sending me that. If it's not moving, it's probably not interesting. I'm here to show things in various price ranges and keep an open mind, cater to as many people as possible, but largely I want to showcase things that I think are interesting to at least a fairly large population of people. I do not want to keep looking at the same knife over and over again. Oh, look, they made it in orange. Oh, look, they made it in blue. Fine. That's fine. Variation and stuff, right? But I can tell when stuff is just unpopular and companies just want me to move it. Mainly when they don't ask me permission. They just send stuff. And then they're like, hey, did you do a video on that? And I'm like, no. I didn't, because it's not, nobody cares. I'm not trying to be mean. I give a lot of that stuff away, not all of it. You know, some of it you just don't see. But I want you guys to enjoy the content here, and I want to enjoy it. I want to create content that I love. So, anyways, what you just experienced was, essentially, it was like 25 minutes of that. It was me ranting. How much influence do you think you have on knife designs from manufacturers? I don't know. Maybe a little bit. I honestly believe that a lot of companies are like, yeah, thanks for the review, but we're not going to change it. And I think that's fair. I think it's perfectly fair to send me something that you're proud of, and then I'm like, yeah, I think it's good, but it could be better. And they go, okay, cool, thanks. We're not going to change it. That's totally fair. But I think some companies change little things depending on, it's not so much me, it's what you guys say in the comments. It's what you guys say after you buy it. If you receive it and you're like a lot of, well, this is what I think they pay attention to. If I critique something in a video and then they go down in the comments, which any good designer, any good, OEM, they will do that. They go down there and they see a few of you going, yeah, I bought this and I feel exactly the same way. If they see like a crap load of agreement, if they see mass agreement, that's the nail in the coffin. Then they're gonna do it. You guys think I'm influential? I'm where the content comes from. I'm the gathering zone. What they're looking for is community feedback, community agreement. It's not me, it's you. You guys are the real heroes. I'm all caught up on the boys. You guys! Hey! You guys are the real heroes. No, but that's what they're looking for. They're not looking for my, Midas touch. I'm just loud. You guys know that, though. Have you ever gotten in trouble for a price projection you gave on a knife you were sent before they released official pricing? Not in trouble. Just the most severe thing is just an incredibly polite email saying, hey, hey there, fella. Hope you're having a great day. We got a little bit of a problem, a Aruski. Kershaw is a little more direct. I think one time I revealed something slightly before it was supposed to be revealed, and they're like, you can't show that. Like, it was a real quick, direct email, and I was like, whoops, my bad, and I pulled it down. But they weren't mean. They were just much more direct. Most companies are, like, super, like, hey there! Woo! Hey, happy Tuesday! Listen, we got a little problem. Everybody's so nice, you know, but, like, they're just trying to be professional. I do my best, like, I can say and do what I want, but I also don't want to, like, blow it for, like, if a company's like, hey, we're trying to release this at a certain time, if you wouldn't mind, like, of course, yeah. As long as I can say what I want, no problem. Yeah, I'm not going to ruin it. Bruce Rouse, welcome to Knights Around. Knights Raise Your Swords. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Can never hurt to see something early. I mean, it can potentially hurt the company's goal. If I get something and I'm like, man, this is going to be cool, right? And the company wants the release date at a certain time because they want it to be fair for everyone. Like, obviously they're trying to optimize sales, but they are also, world's not always black and white. Two things can be true at once. They're trying to optimize sales and capitalize on hype and all that, but they're also trying to be fair. So me just being like, screw them, and I'm going to show it early for the sake of my own content, that kind of creates a problem, right? I'm not out there to piss off everybody. Like, the people who don't watch my channel, like, I'm not trying to piss them off, you know? Danger Dave, thanks for your donation. 1 to 10, how excited are you for your prototypes? Dude, 1 to 10? I don't know. Like 26? I'm more excited for the prototypes than the multiple customs that I have coming in. I just bought the craziest Sharp by Design arch nemesis anyone has ever seen. That's not true. That one that Brian brought to the show with the wolf on it. Holy crap. But I did buy one of the rarest ones in existence from a gentleman who's been a part of this channel for a very, very long time. I also bought a Burn custom swing guard, which should be done in about maybe a week. And then my Dalibor Bergam custom, which is absolutely bonkers, will be done in August. I'm very excited for all that stuff. I'm way more excited for my prototypes. Which I will reiterate, because I can hear the echoes. I can hear the overly critical people, so I'm going to keep repeating this. I am not reinventing the wheel with my design. You guys will immediately notice that my design is based off many different knives that I love, and that is on purpose. I drew inspiration from some of my favorite knives of all time, including the Umnumzan, the Hinderer XM18, the Strider SNG, and definitely the Spyderco Shaman. People are going to say that, he copied it! Like, that's what they're going to say, because they don't have the context. So I'm repeating this as much as I possibly can so that people can say, hey, like, he pointed that out. And I am going to directly say, this is where I got the inspiration. It's based on that original series that I did years ago where I said the search for the ultimate pocket knife. What would I do if I could create the ultimate pocket knife? I got a chance to do it, so I did it. And we changed things up a little bit and made it unique. Right? We didn't copy anything line for line, but that's what it was supposed to be. I wanted to take elements that I loved and put them together, right? It's nothing absolutely brand new. There's no like secret ultra locking system that's never been seen before. But I want it to be like, I want people to look at it and go, that was definitely designed by Metal Complex. Like, I want people to go, love it or hate it. I want people to go, I know exactly who designed that knife. So, I guess I'm excited, but I want people to calibrate their expectations and understand what it is that I'm bringing to the table. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Knife Center, Aria 705. Oh, Derek, I got your email. I would buy it, but it's the mini. I got super excited, and I was like, man, do I want to go over budget for that? If it was the big one, definitely. But, yeah, I'm not looking for a mini. But that's cool, though. If you are looking for a mini, I think that's a reasonable price. You think of the Pyrotech Kraken Mirror DLC finish and Zerk scales worth $5.90? I'll let you know when it gets here. Pyrotech let me know they have one sent that I can showcase. So, if you guys want to weigh and hear what I think, then you can. I'm going to tell you right now, though, as much as I've been carrying the Pyrotech Kraken like crazy because I absolutely love that knife. A mirror polished one in Zerk, the balance is going to be thrown off. But the collector enthusiast in me is going to go nuts for that. You should sell your knife in gas stations only. Only available at Quick Trip. It's just like a big cardboard cutout of my face. And just like a unreasonably huge display. Yeah. I think a lot of people will be really, I don't know, it depends on what you're after, but the arch nemesis is that, like, if you didn't see my upload on that last one, if you go to YouTube and type in Metal Complex Arch Nemesis, you're going to see the knife that I bought. It's one of... Brian Nadeau can't remember, because I asked him, I said, how many of these are out there? The blades that are milled, where he milled, like, the weave pattern into them, he said, I hate doing it because it destroys bits. It's so expensive. He made somewhere between... he said 2, but probably 3 and 6 in the wild. So not many exist, and I'm getting one. And mine is weave, contoured, diamond-textured, polished zirconium scales with a zircotite inlay that is also textured and contoured. Mirror polished, like bevels, like on the flippers. It is insane. Weave, not weed. Weave. The blade looks like carbon fiber, but made of metal. It's ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. I couldn't handle it, having that knife in my possession. I was like, and I told Kyle, I said, if you ever sell that, let me know. And he did. He let me know. Ed, you are correct about the second half of that. I do not have a lanyard option on my knife, and they argued with me. They're like, are you sure? I feel like you should probably put a lanyard hole. And I was like, no. Get rid of it. Don't put that on my knife. There will be no lanyard option. There will be no option for lanyards. I wanted it clean. Please tell me the remaining is real. I don't know what you mean. Oh, wait. I saw a question I wanted to answer. How do I like the Kunu S-Tau 2? Oh, my gosh, guys. So this came in, and I got curious because I was done filming content for the day. And I was like, do I open that up right now and show it on the live stream? And I was... curiosity got the better of me. And I did. I opened it up, and I'm so glad I did. So when I do the unboxing for this, which is admittedly not recorded yet, but I need to do it, I will have already opened it, and I'll say that in the video. I'm not gonna pretend, right? Listen, I love the original S-Tau. Here's the original. It's a great knife. What is this? Vanax, right? I've kept this one. Excellent. In every way, they have improved this. Contoured what looks like, God, maybe dragon scale? I don't know what you call this, but it's so cool, though. Damascus pivot collar. Ooh, special. Beautifully redesigned clip. This is contoured, knocked down at the edges. And then to cap it all off, we have that shiny, super polished DLC Vanax blade. Oh my goodness. It's taller blade, taller frame, fills the hand better. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, it's so good. Oh, God. It's so good. Oh, the action, too. Look at this. Perfection. Better flipper, better front flipper, better access to the hole giggity. So good. So good. Oh, I love it. Timascus pivot colors on both sides. This is the way. This is the way. So good. Just see the difference in height here between these two. It's a full-on evolution. Rich Campbell, thanks for your donation. Have you seen the Varga button lock that went on pre-sale? No, I had no idea he had a button lock. I have his first, the Damasteel VBR that I bought a long time ago. You know, I think I bought this knife. I think this was like a $450 knife, which is amazing. I think. Like, that's how long ago I bought it. For Mokatai on the pocket clip and backspacer and Damasteel on the blade. Riot built. It's not a Chad. It's the S-Tau 2. What's up, Anthony? Your opinion, buy a Shaman with S30V or wait for something else? I mean, the Shaman's one of my favorite designs ever. And my prototypes are heavily influenced by the Shaman. So when I say that I love the Shaman, I mean I love everything about the Shaman except for the price tag. When did they decide it was $270? When did they decide that that was an appropriate price tag? The last I knew, they had got it to like $230, and I was like, well, this is ridiculous. And then I blinked, and it was $270. Great knife, terrible price. It is easily $100 overpriced. It's insane. But you know what? If you say screw it and you buy it, you'll love it. You just have to grit your teeth and go, I just want it that bad, you know, which I think Spyderco's kind of counting on, you know? I think if you can find that knife for under $200 secondary is a much better... Like, if you can find somebody who just wants to get rid of it and, like, they kept it in good shape and they'll let it go for, like, 180 to 200, that's fine, you know? Yeah, they're getting the price tags are getting out of control. I think Ben did an upload about like market saturation and how like things are becoming difficult and companies are having trouble selling things, and that's true, right? I look at that as glass half full. If the market's oversaturated, it means that companies are going to have to try harder. Companies are going to have to be way more competitive. So what's usually born from that are diamonds, right? When that pressure's on, I'm gonna give you guys such a stupid metaphor. When the pressure is really on, right? When you really gotta fight to stay in the game, that's when greatness is born, which is fantastic for my channel. And if companies get, you know, they get desperate for, you know, showcasing, well, sometimes that makes my job a little bit easier. So whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I'm still going to show you guys the coolest stuff, right? Nobody won yet. I haven't done the drawing. I haven't done any of that yet. We're just chatting. The MBK Kane, I haven't seen that yet. How do I feel about Medford making a budget line? What is his definition of budget? And what materials is he going to use? $400. 200? Nah. He needs to be 150 or lower if he wants the attention. If he wants the attention of the knife world, he needs to be in Kershaw territory, which is going to be really hard. 100 to 350? I mean, okay, yeah, I'll look at, I mean, like, I would be interested in his sub $150 stuff. Adam, I'm glad you like my channel. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Adam Carlson. Arch Nemesis quest initiated. I feel like I've been on a quest for the Arch Nemesis this whole time, and I'm about to get it. I sold a bunch of crazy stuff on Patreon, and I'll tell you guys, some people on my Patreon scored some pretty insane deals, because I had to sell some stuff. I can't just go out of pocket for a knife like that. I know everybody thinks I'm rich. Thanks, flattering, but I have to sell stuff, you know? So I sold 3 things from my collection. The people who bought them got crazy deals. I sold my Alema Damex and Black Timascus Slim for an insane price. I sold my full Timascus JK Integra in laminated L-Max, and I sold my Omega Seamaster. Had to be done. Had to be done. Congrats to the patrons who got those. I never ever try to make money on my stuff. I always cut. It doesn't matter how rare it is or how desirable it is. I always cut the price down. CIVX Glow, thanks for your donation. I appreciate that. How's the Bodacious? Glad you asked. So, I bought this from, I think it was NC Blade, which is a great retailer, by the way. I have no affiliate program with them. NC Blade is awesome. I keep asking them, but I don't have any program with them. I just legitimately, it's the same way with any company that I've got an affiliate program with. I won't do it unless I like them. But I bought this from them, and I'll tell you exactly what I think. Number one, this has superior cutting performance to the Shaman, hands down. It's thinner. It's got a better blade. This goes all the way back. Somebody on Instagram was like, that's a copy of the Shaman. Think about that. Somebody said, that's a Shaman ripoff. Let me show you guys something here real quick. See how both the designer symbols are the same on both of these knives? It's because Sal Glesser himself, the founder of Spyderco, designed both knives. Both knives are designed. So that's why they look similar. So this is intentional, right? Shaman blade, no choil. This is brought all the way back. This is definitely better. No questions asked, right? Ergonomically, I thought it might suffer. It does not suffer in terms of the hand position. Where it suffers is the fact that they didn't do the legendary Shaman chamfering. Honestly, had they done that, I would have said the ergonomics were better. So the ergonomics are both better and worse. You are in a better position, I think, or, I mean, okay, you can optimize the amount of cutting edge and still get right up on the edge and not sacrifice general grip or position. You just don't have that super cozy chamfering. Is it still good? Yes, right? Is it worth $262? No. No. I wasted my money on it. Don't waste your money on it. If you really want it, go for it. But the other thing is the action, like out of the box, is crazy smooth. Crazy smooth. Still has the bushing, all of that. There you go. That's the full review in a nutshell. Thinner, kind of a downgrade in terms of the chamfering, better cutting edge, better cutting performance. I think that thing's only like 125 thousandths. I think that's exactly why the Shaman got bumped to 270. Is so they could make the new Bodacious look like a better deal. Cold Steel's the best knife company to ever exist. They're certainly one of the most entertaining knife companies to ever exist. And they probably make some of the most durable folding knives on earth. I think I would amend that statement to Cold Steel has the best marketing of any company on earth. Or at least in the old days. But they do make very good products. And they have a very loyal fan base. You chop a pig in half on YouTube, and it's hard to get people not to agree with you. Tatami mats. Whole pig. Watermelon. Water bottles. Like, I mean, I'm like, I don't even know if this is a good representation of the thing's potential performance, but I'm locked in. I want to see more. Apparently, Shaman scales fit the Bodacious. Are you serious? What? For real? That would be weird. Hold on. That'd be super weird, because think about that. You get a half choil on there. I should have attempted, I already did the video on this, but I should have attempted to swap the scales. In fact, maybe I'll make that a separate video. How clickbaity. Oh, that's wonderful. Do the shaman scales fit the bodacious? And then I drag you guys on for 15 minutes and I go, no, they do not. If it didn't work, I wouldn't show it. But I want these lines like the shaman scales. That's what I want. A new study asks, can bees think? Oh wait, no, how does the line go? Tom Tucker. Coming up after the break, can bees think? A new study suggests that no, they cannot. That's one of the best Tom Tucker lines I've ever heard in my life. Hey, what? Oh, man. No. Man, talk about days where things were simpler. The answer will surprise you. Oh man, I can't do Tom Tucker. That's Seth. I can't do that voice. I had Stewie down for a long time, Brian. Ew, a Band-Aid. Oh, bitch, you got jacked, bitch. I had Stewie down really well for a long time, and I kind of lost it. You have money for the Peter copter, but not for, not for a car for Meg. Yeah, god dang, there's so many great quotes. Do Shaggy from Scooby-Doo? I don't think I can do... Like... I don't know if I can do him. I'm not sure. I don't know. Some of the on-the-fly ones are tough. Mannix versus Shaman. The Mannix, because it's way less expensive and it cuts better and it's it's ambidextrous. It's just a better... right now, the Mannix is probably the best USA-made Spyderco. Like, dollar for dollar, it's probably the best one. The best Spyderco knife that they make, I'm going to argue, is the compression lock Chaparral. And when they released the Rex 121 version of it, yeah, that's nuts. I'm not doing impressions of presidents. No way. Right after the debate? No way. You guys think whatever you want. I'm not going down that road. Why don't titanium blades exist, or do they? They do, actually. Strider did some fixed blades in titanium. A number of other companies did. The reason is because titanium it doesn't hold an edge. It's not like a super hard material, right? I mean, it's great as a support material. It's very forgiving, right? It doesn't like bend out as easily as steel. Certainly, it is not going to shatter. Like, it's a very strong material, right? But as for a blade, it just won't hold an edge. Do Shabazz. I gotta charge that one up. I gotta Mega Man charge that one up. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Hey everybody, Nick here. Hey everybody, Nick here, and today we're gonna be taking a look at the Spyderco PM2. Now, the Spyderco PM2 has what they call a compression lock, and the compression lock operates in a way where I don't know where I'm going with it. The Spyderco Delica is probably still the best. I'm done. I'm done. I haven't talked with Nick for a long time. I'll have to tell him I did another impression. I always tell him when I do impressions and I give him the timestamp. If I keep doing it, there's some people are hung up on the idea that we might be the same person. I love that. That's great. I like having him like when I did that weird episode where like my tools started talking to me, I was like, this needs something. And I was like, oh man, I gotta have Nick pop in there at the end and just be like a surprise, like weird voice. That's the weirdest upload I've ever done. I was bummed out that didn't get too many views. I think it got, I don't know what it's at now. I think it got 15,000, but I was really hoping that would get, I was hoping that would make the rounds. But that was a fun one to do. Sage 5 versus Para 3. If the Sage 5 is the one with the compression lock, it's a better knife. That blade has better geometry all the way around, and it's got a stronger tip. The Talking Tools is your favorite? People tell me that their favorites are either it's always the April Fool's stuff. The Talking Tools. Oh, that wasn't even an April Fool's video. The Talking Tools, the April Fool's video that I did this year was reviewing like in a super forced positive way, like a lot of the stuff that I hate. And it was just like really intense and weird. It was like a fever dream of me like struggling to say like almost like infomercial trying to sell it. And then the other one was where I did a whole upload where I like morphed into Nick Shabazz, but it was also kind of a fever dream, and it was cut up where it was just a lot of hyper exaggerated things that Nick says. Sometimes I go back and watch that video, and it's so bizarre. We had so much fun. Nick and I were crying, laughing, talking on the phone. After we watched each other's videos, we were just crying. Oh my god. Wahoo! Mario? Remet, what's up? Thank you for the memberships. I appreciate that. Thank you. Round of applause for Remet. Very kind. How long is the live feed? You got a date with Venus Sky? Oh, I don't want to rush it. I mean, dang, it's already 7:20. I mean, we're getting there. I want people to be there. The thing is like when it's not so much that I don't want people to leave because I want the population to stay high because of promotional stuff. I mean, yeah, kind of, but really it's because like people like to leave their comment and leave and they forget like you have to be there to claim your prize. And I always feel bad when people are not there. They leave a comment and they try and predict when I'm going to do the drawing, and then they hop back on. They're like, oh, I missed it. So fairly soon is when we'll draw. I'll say that. Get Nick online with his Batman mask and you choose your mask. I don't know what mask. I'd have to get a full helmet. I'd have to get the Dark Souls, the OG Dark Souls helmet, which if you guys don't know is, here my daughter put a bunch of stickers on a piece of paper. We have something from Kaiser. We have is that, I keep wanting to say Quasicotl. That's a summon from Final Fantasy VIII. What is this? The little thing from Minecraft? But the Knight helmet is 100% modeled after the Dark Souls helmet. Like that's, the guy who did the art, like, I was like, oh, I love Dark Souls. And he's like, yeah, let's just model it after that. Axolotl. I said Quasicotl. Yeah, that's the electric summon from Final Fantasy VIII. Or at least that's how I pronounce it. I definitely cannot do Alex Jones, and I feel like anything that he has said that I could quote would get me demonetized. Quits all lolt. Remet bought a bunch of memberships. Neat. Talk to us about your knives. Yeah. Ramet's definitely a company to pay attention to, especially after the release of the RT Swordfish. That really surprised me. They actually had a few really innovative designs that surprised me over the last like 6 months. So I can't wait to see what else they come out. Oh, they're doing it again. Thank you very much. I buttered them up. They're butternuts up. All right. Hey, butter for everybody. I appreciate that. Thank you, Remet. Sincerely, that's very kind of you. I should do not a poll, but just like a general like community question where it's just open for anybody to say what they think. I've always maintained that when people say that looks like a gas station knife, it used to have a universal meaning. Now people just say that when they don't like how something looks. And I feel like a ton of people don't realize that gas station knives aren't original designs. They are all copying something. Before gas station knives, people didn't know how to, basically, my point has always been, it has no meaning anymore. And my proof of that would be opening this question up to the community and saying, what do you think of when you think of a gas station knife? You're going to get some of the same answers, but people are also going to notice, oh, other people describe it a totally different way. And ultimately, the universal understanding should be, everybody's just using it as a way to describe something they don't like the look of. Colorful. But gas station knives are not always colorful. Sometimes they're like overly tactical. Sometimes it just means cheap. Right? Silly. Poo Poo Town. Cheap knife. The Mermaid is I think the Mermaid is a perfect example of what I think of when I think of a gas station knife. But to me, there's a huge obvious difference between the Rainbow Mermaid knife and like a Herman Dragonfly and Full-Time Ascus. Like if you can't tell the difference between those two things, if you just mean like, that knife has a lot of color. They put colors on that knife, and I've seen a colorful knife at the gas station. It had a lot of colors too. So it's obviously cheap. Like, well, yeah, okay. Climb the ladder. You don't have to like it. It's not the same thing, though. I'm a seasoned connoisseur of the high quality and beyond. I know a good knife when I see it, and that's not it. Remet gifted another 10 memberships, probably to get me to shut the F up. Thank you very much, Remet, for doing that again. That's incredibly kind, giving away more memberships than I do on my own channel. I think you can own the gas station market, dude. Maybe I have joked around with an OEM about creating a line of knives literally called gas station knives. And I think it would be absolutely amazing to create what the community generally refers to as gas station knives, but they're all really, really high quality. And then it would be even more ironic if the company did insanely well. I honestly think this is a good idea, and I think it would be fun. And the problem is that people would unironically be purchasing them, not understanding the layers. So I think that we'd be creating generational confusion. But I don't necessarily think it's a bad idea. I don't think I'm the only person who's had that idea either. I think I'm far from the first person who's had that idea. I just think it's funny. Companies are certainly going to have to start getting creative for 2025 and beyond, because there's a lot of bored knife enthusiasts out there, you know? The knife community is definitely fatigued. We see a lot of the same stuff, and we're all getting hypercritical together, and it's justified. The high prices and market saturation. I sound like a parrot, but it's true. Batwing Donkey Knife Sword is definitely a product I would purchase. I don't even have to know what it looks like. If that's what your knife is, and it's like, you know, it's like $199, I'll roll the dice on that. Time flies when you're having fun. It absolutely does, because it's been an hour, and I hardly remember the last hour. We should just ask if I hypothetically created a company called Gas Station Knives, I would just let the community name everything. I would just show the picture of the design, and then whoever had like the top comment for the name, like that's what we'd call it. It'd be amazing. MC, do you think you and other influencers are part of the problem? I mean, yeah, everybody's part of the problem. 100%. I mean, I showcase a lot of stuff because I want people to come and watch my content. I show things from so many different price ranges, so many different design languages, because I think it's interesting. A natural part of this, if I grow, if a huge chunk of the community is attracted to my channel, and then that ultimately affects the decisions of certain OEMs, right? Well, yeah, butterfly effect. It's not an intentional effect, but it's certainly one that is caused by people like me, partially. But it's also caused by what people will buy, right? When times are good and people have money and they buy a lot of stuff, right, then it's good. Then the companies keep making a lot of the same stuff and prices go up, people get bored. So, what are you going to do? Has he not peed yet? I haven't, but thank you for reminding me. Actually, I'm going to do that. And then not long after this pee break, I will, my phone, I'm so glad I caught that. My phone just dimmed out, meaning it's like running out of battery, so I'm going to plug it in real quick so the live stream doesn't end. Oh, man. I would have been so bummed if I came back and the live stream had ended because my phone just like ran out of battery. So bad. Okay. There we go. We're plugged in now. Make sure we're level. Yeah, we're good. All right. Sorry for the earthquake. I'll be right back. All right. We're probably going to run 5 minutes late tonight because I think I started 5 minutes late, something around there. So. Never won anything before. Most I've ever won is $4 from a lotto ticket. Well, you know what they say. Not that you should apply this logic to lottery tickets because those cost money. But the more times you attempt, the more likely you are to win. So yeah. These giveaways will always be free. So I only ask your time. If you think your time is best spent with me on a Friday evening, then you are only putting yourself in a position where you can gain. If you watch my live streams and you're like, I hate this stupid guy and his stupid voice and his stupid knife collection, I'm just here to see if I win. Well, then you're losing, you know? I would love for everybody to win, but I also want people here to be happy. I want people to walk away from my live streams and think, even though I didn't win, I still had a good time because MC got on like a weird tangent. He did a bunch of Stewie Griffin impressions and he like laughed too hard and like burped and kind of puked a little bit and it made a mess of things, you know. I want people to come in here and have a good time.
I don't want to waste anybody's time, but I also want to give back to the people who support me. Allow me to donate to said gas station company. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. That might be the price of one of our knives. Stephen Fletcher, welcome to Knights of the Round, Knights Razor Swords. Will be a member for 27 months. Thank you very much, Will. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday to you. I've shortened up my Patreon pitch. You guys want to hear it? Linked at the top of chat is my Patreon. If you've wondered what I do there, I do private giveaways. I do private knife sales, private Discord chat, private buy-sell trade right there on Patreon. And I also do once a week exclusive content. I make it as cheap as possible, $1 a month. You can join a higher tier if you want, but all the tiers are exactly the same, so you're not missing out on anything. You can support me there and get a whole bunch of benefits, or you can watch my live streams for free. It's entirely up to you. If you donate to me, I will absolutely buy knives with the money that you support me with on Patreon. And then I'll make content out of those knives. So if you want to do it, Patreon's right up there at the top. If not, that's perfectly fine. Please enjoy my free live stream and free giveaway. All right. Double down on hypothetical company. I'll keep pitching it. The long-winded Patreon pitch was getting old, but sincerely, my Patreon's a fun place. There's a great community of people over there. So please join. We're giving away this month. Actually, I just announced this giveaway today. We're giving away a brand new Nitro OG over there on Patreon. So if you want to get in on that, Patreon, link to the top of chat. It's very chill. So is the, I will, to current patrons, I promise I will update the Discord link tonight so that if you're new and you're like, where the F is the Discord link? Those links expire after 7 days, so I have to create new ones. But tonight I will absolutely update the private Discord link. So if you've been waiting on that, I will open the gates. Sorry. 17 months is crazy. Thank you. What inspired you to name your knife design coleslaw? You know what's funny? I've realized that people will, it's called the Excalibur, but I think after it releases, people will refer to it as the coleslaw. And I think I'm just going to let that happen. Excalibur, aka coleslaw. It's just the hidden, the underlying. I should ask them to mill that word in on the inside of the scales. You bunch of jerks. Kelly White also for 17 months. Awesome. Thank you. How many premium versions of your knife will be produced? So our plan is to open up we'll do a 2-week. I mean, I'm not promising any numbers here, but ideally we would just open up pre-orders and say if you're interested, here's an option to pre-order. Then we know exactly how many people want it. Rather than making a certain amount and being like, go get them, which nobody likes, we open up a lengthy pre-order. And that way, most of the people who want them get them. 2 weeks is probably a good time period. It allows people who really want it to get the funds together. Although we are definitely not suggesting that you buy the knife and not pay rent. It does give people time. So I think that's probably the best way to do it. I want to release this knife and piss off as few people as possible. I would much rather everybody be happy than me make a killing on my design. Because this is a passion project. It's not a money grab. I think somebody in my position could very easily capitalize on a large community. And that is not my goal. So I will do... That's why it's taking so long. We are not rushing to make people want to buy it, right? We're not trying to do that. Ironically, though, lengthening this project has built a lot of hype. So some people are going to get out their magnifying glasses and say, this is a very elaborate marketing scheme. It's not, but what are you going to do? Have we seen it yet? Did I miss it? No, you haven't seen it. But they're on their way. My prototypes are on their way. So I will reveal the design soon. Hour 4. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to do the drawing because I still want to hang out a little bit afterwards. So I'm going to try to do this quickly. This is so good, guys. It's how-to. God, so good. I'm going to move things away from the camera, but they're still going to be slightly on screen. I know
You guys really want to look at the iPad and not the knives, right? Maybe we should outline the screen with the knives. That'd be cool. I'm just talking to myself, right? I'm not actually asking you guys what you think. I'm just doing my own thing in front of 1,100 people. Which, by the way, thank you. Very kind. You guys remember this? Boy, what a wild thing by Artisan Cutlery. The Bag Citadel. Yeah, dang it. It's just, I forget sometimes that I have this wild thing in my collection. All right, you have to do this. You have to if you want to enter. Just being in chat is not enough to get you entered for the giveaway. You actually have to go to the link in the description. I'm not trying to sell you anything. That's just how I keep all the comments in one place. And normally, how I used to keep the bots out, but we just kept with tradition. So, go to the description of the live stream. Open it up. It says enter here. It's like right in your face. It's right immediately at the top. Click on that link. The video just goes over the rules, but it's pretty cut and dry. Leave a comment. Try to keep it PG. Leaving duplicate comments will not help you. In fact, at this point now, we've got a way to track people who have created like dozens of accounts. So don't do that. If you've got like 1 or 2 alts, that's fine. I can stop you. But if you're creating like 30 accounts, don't do that. We can see that. I say we. I don't have employees. There's a network of content creators that has been kind of watching that. Just loading up the link here. Give me a sec. Okay, let's get the pouches out. You guys have had time to enter. 20 fresh ones. Hold on, it's going to take me a sec because these are always kind of all over the place. Do I have room? Yeah. Start picking out your picks. Oh, I got to move these up. Sorry. Not quite enough room here. Gotta make room for all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What a sloppy way to do this. I'm a professional YouTuber, so I know what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is. Hold on. I gotta make sure this is the price. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Just try to get this in the middle. Good enough. It's rubbing up against some of those other ones. So there, you can see everything, right? All right. So the first winner, actually, let's refresh the page. We're on commentpicker.com. You can actually try this website for yourself if you want to. It works. We're going to paste. There's the link right there. You guys can take a look at it with the correct date and everything. Filter duplicate users is on. We're going to go down here and click Get YouTube Comments. We're going to let that populate there for a sec. (1,398) comments for 1,235 people in here tonight. The first winner is Paulson, Z Paulsons 3064. Awesome content, MC. Love the show. Very identifiable. Super cool. Looks like maybe a ski mask, but we should be able to find this person in the comments section. Paul Sands. Congrats. Make yourself known in chat so we can all see it. Ah, they're here. Awesome. Congrats. All right. Chat, slow down. Let them pick. 1 through 10 up top, 1 through 10 on bottom. Give me 2 numbers. You can specify if you want both in the top row.
or both in the bottom row, or one from each row, just let me know. 1's over here, 10's over here. They're thinking, they're thinking. Top number 4, Botto. Okay, top 4. I got you. What's your second one? Bottom 5. Okay. There are 5 premium knives in this group. They're not all Civivis. That's just the pouches look identical. So your first pick here. Oh, you got one of the premium knives right off the bat. I think this is the Dromos from Migron. We have M390 textured titanium. We have aluminum carbon fiber Mascus, titanium backspacer, titanium clip. Yeah, great first pick there. That's definitely one of the premium ones. Second one. Oh, you got the little pyrite there. That's the one I popped in there at the last second. Green, kind of a, well, to be honest, it's a sickly green aluminum, but kind of nice, right? And then AR RPM 9, just a little button lock pyrite. Fun little knife. Throw it in a junk drawer or carry it. It's a great office knife for sure. So those are your 2 winnings. I would say 2 great polls right off the bat. Definitely. All you need to do to claim this stuff is email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com. Don't forget that 87. I think that's what happened to KB. Please, very important, give me your first and last name, your complete shipping information, and the exact knives that you won. That way it just helps me out with time, right? That way I don't have to clarify. But yeah, don't worry if I don't email you back until Friday of next week. That's when I do my shipping, so that's when you'll get the tracking info. Congratulations. Put these back in the pouches. I'm just going to leave them in the pouches until it's time to ship. That way they're just nice and safe there. All right, so now we got 9 and 9. Let's pick the second winner, super duper quick like. Second winner. I am Chaos $13.99 spaghetti as a side dish. Thank you. All right, I am Chaos. Congratulations. We just got to see him live in chat, and then we can pick Blue Skull. Easy to spot. If you don't have a profile picture on YouTube, get one. It's real easy for us to spot you on YouTube. Could be anything. I mean, anything appropriate. Come on, I am Chaos. Where you at? Two minutes and we move on to the next winner. There he is. Here, woo, yeah, there we go. I am Chaos 13. Wonderful. All right. So, you get to pick, I need 2 numbers from you. No spaghetti for you. You get to pick 2 numbers. 1 through 9 up top, 1 through 9 on bottom, or 2 up top, 2 up bottom. Nobody ever does 2 up top, 2 on bottom. Everybody always picks 1 from each row. That must psychologically be something that people want to do. It's curious. Almost 1,300 people in here in June is amazing. Thank you sincerely for taking time out of your summer to spend with me. Top 3, bottom 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did we get? Please don't get one of my premiums. I only put 5 in there. I'm kidding. I'm rooting for you. Top one. God dang, you got one of the premiums. Jeez. All right, so I forget the name of this one, but this is the giant mouse that, oh, it still has the little, I'll leave that under there for you. It still has that. But we have the micarta, and this is Magnica, and it does run on washers. Originally, I critiqued the action on this, and I don't know if I noticed that it was on washers. So, yeah, that's a cool one there, for sure. So we have that one, and I can't remember the name of it. Iona, there you go, okay? And then the second one here is the new Sencut, also one I forget the name of. Is it the Excalus? Is that what this is, the Sencut Excalus?
Definitely a budget knife, but also just a great general beater knife that you can carry around, throw in your truck, throw in your junk drawer, whatever you want. Pretty sure that's what this is. So there you go. Well, you guys drew 2 of my premiums right off the bat. I really keep hoping for a lengthy, drawn-out, dramatic, like who's going to get the premiums kind of situation, but you guys always force me to add more premiums to keep it interesting, which is fine. All right. Congratulations. Please email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your full name, your full shipping information, and the exact knives that you want, and I will ship out no later than Friday of next week. I will email you with tracking. Congrats. All right, now we can just chill. I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to put these over here, and I'm going to tell you guys about it. I'm just going to talk while I'm doing it so that there's not silence, which would probably be better. Oops. I'm past the point where letting knives bump into each other really bother me all that much. I mean, you know, I guess certain knives I'm a little more protective of. The arch nemesis, I need that guy in a little safe zone out here. But, I mean, if you have that many knives, that's just what's going to happen. You just showcase them all now. Strider SMF Performance Series with the lock stick actually didn't exist at first and then worked itself, and then it became terrible and then it worked itself out. I love this knife. I think I might actually start carrying it. Arch Nemesis, current crown jewel, about to be joined by a brother. Most recent purchase was that Arch Nemesis. Actually, we haven't completed that transaction yet. I'm going to wait until the patrons who bought my stuff, the funding that I am using to buy that. If you're a patron and you're like, you spent my money before I got it, no. I'm not actually going to send the funds until you have those things and you're happy with them. If you're a patron and you bought something from me, if you receive it and you're unhappy, you can send it back on me. That's totally fine. But that will happen because I'm certain that they'll be happy with that stuff. Factor B3 in Damascus. Definitely cool. God dang it. Russ. Yeah. That's the first Russ from Grambo Knives. Very cool. It's kind of like a Sabenza and a Les George meeting together. Les George VECP. CKF Rotten Evo 3. I think that's probably the best one they did with the shiny DLC. Shadow Stitch. It's the auto stitch without any logos, which, you know, hats off to Microtech figuring out a way to charge us for no logos. They're like, oh, you don't like the logos? Fine, you can pay for it. The new S-Tau 2 from Kunwu. Herman Slim in ball back and black Timascus. My first custom Shaman, that was the base was the River's Edge Cutlery FDE PVD 204P blade. And then these are Cerakoted titanium scales from their Flightanium, but River's Edge Cutlery did those. Knife Center exclusive XM24 Harpoon Spanto 20CV with a factory titanium scale, which is still to this day very rare. The Voodoo. Oh my god. Noel's best creation, the Voodoo. Spectacular. I think he's doing another run of these because he messaged me about like doing a video like on my story or something, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. I love that knife. It's the Artisan Cutlery and Bag Knives. It's like the War Junkie Citadel. The full custom is multi-thousands, but this was 450, I think. Reich Lamella V2 with the switch on the back. Thank God. The V1 is the one that gave me stitches. Still have that video. Nobody will ever see it. It's awful. Right in the middle of the video. It's a custom Shaman in 15V and textured titanium. I've been carrying this one, but I will tell you guys, 15V is going to blemish. I have two right there. 1.0 And another dot right. Can we see it? It's not stainless. 15V is amazing, but like it's gonna get those marks on it, especially if you carry it and use it. This is the F95NL, I think, from Sugargroff. Really cool. I think it's superior in every way to my F95 if I'm getting those correct. What's interesting? Varga VBR, that's a Gen 1 in Damasteel from 2019, maybe 2020. The Rook with the Hawk, that Hawk toggle detent lock. Super cool. Such a weird, fun knife. If you ever get your hands on one of these, if you ever find a good deal on one of these secondary, it's going to cost you a lot of money, but it's absolutely worth it. Hoghouse Valley. Oh my gosh. Such an amazing knife. Huge fan. Don't hesitate on the Valley if you got the money. Is it the Annex? What is this called? I always forget. I haven't talked about this knife in forever. The Reich and Microtech Annex Integral. The black one's definitely the coolest. Pretty sure the music playing is Snow Bros. What time is it? Okay, I got 10 minutes to hang out and chat, which I'm definitely going to do. A Deca alternative, probably the CJRB Hectare, if you want to go budget. I'm pretty sure CJRB has an S90V Hectare for $120, which is some of the cheapest S90V that you will find. Very similar, not a perfectly similar profile, but it's the same idea. Did you know that you can get the Demco 8020 and 20CV in G10 on Blade HQ right now for $120? That is easily one of the best knife deals on the market. And I brought that up in my video. The only reason, I don't want to specify because I didn't in the video, the only reason that was an honorable mention is because there's no way that price stays the same. But if you didn't know that, Blade HQ has those things marked down to $120. So, yeah, the 8020.5. I'm sorry, 8020.5. But it's still, though, G10, Taiwan-made G10 20CV for $120. Especially considering the first one, an AUS 10A, was $150. And it was injection mold plastic. The Ultim, that's the Vision FG. This is still my favorite dollar for dollar knife. If you don't care about Chinese manufacturing, it's probably the best dollar for dollar knife in existence. Coming from somebody who just spent over $6,000 on a pocket knife. I'm not trying to flex. I'm trying to say I haven't lost touch with what value is. It's way too good. Civivi, it was probably a benefit, but I think they also killed themselves because this knife is way too good versus their other stuff. If you're looking at Civivi, you should be looking at the Vision FG. S30V versus S90V. So S90V, well, you said it's specifically the best deck. Let's talk about S30V versus S90V. S30V was actually developed for pocket knives. And on that note, I want to take a tangent to that tangent and say the people who like poop on S30V because it's like an outdated steel, that's such nonsense. S30V is very expensive. It also outperforms S35VN and S45VN in terms of edge retention. S30V is not cheap. It's also funny that people automatically hail 20CV without knowing that the original patent was from 1999 for Duratec 20CV. S30V is balanced particularly for pocket knives. It is a nearly perfect composition for pocket knives and is just
blindly written off as this like old, outdated steel. S30V is great. S90V will outperform it. S90V was not originally intended for pocket knives. It was made for something else. But S90V will definitely outperform it in terms of edge retention. It is not as tough, and it is definitely harder to sharpen. I'm honestly not sure if S90V or S30V is more stainless. I would venture to guess that S30V is slightly better in terms of stainless qualities, but I'm honestly not sure there. So it depends on what you value. If you really want edge retention, we'll definitely go for S90V. But if you want like the best balance for a user steel, S30V for sure. K390, yeah, that's Jared's favorite steel from Neves Knives. He loves that stuff. The Gray Walker, oh yeah, we've had plenty of conversations about that. I am constantly hounding him. I'm like, why aren't you sharing your secrets with me, wizard? There'll be more Winter Blade Co stuff shown off here for sure. D2 is also an incredible steel that people write off as like, it's not good because it's boring. People mix those things up, or they don't acknowledge it to themselves. They're like, I don't want D2 because it's like, it's old, right? It's not good anymore. D2 is great. People are just bored of it. D2 is one of the best, like if you can get a sub $30 knife in D2 and it's got a decent heat treat, oh my gosh, you have a great pocket knife. And it's, people also, they always say, well, it's not stainless. It's very close. It's like 12% chromium. I understand it's like the relationship between the carbon content and the chromium content, but D2, the carbon content and the 12% chromium makes it almost stainless. It's very good. S30V versus MagnaCut. I don't know. I'm not like, MagnaCut is so confusing to me. Because MagnaCut is like Vanax, but it's tougher. And I think MagnaCut has, it's either almost as good as S30V or slightly better in terms of edge retention when it's up there at 63, 64. I don't know. But it is a very balanced steel, and I think there are some valid arguments for it being one of the best steels for a pocket knife. But I think it's pretty tricky to work with. So I don't know. It's good stuff, but people nowadays, they see MagnaCut and they go, oh, well, that MagnaCut is the new M390. Everything's in MagnaCut. I don't know anything about CV20. You're talking about 20 CV? Yeah, 20 CV is Crucible. Used to be Duratec 20 CV. It's the same thing as M390. Slightly less silicon. It's the same thing as M390. Same with Carpenter's 204P. It's the same thing. Ideal at about 62, but 60 to 62 is fine. S45VN is awesome, but its claim to fame is the massively increased corrosion resistance over, like, it's in the same family as S30V and S35VN, and it performs very similarly to S30V with slightly less edge retention, same geometry, same heat treat, but it has dramatically increased corrosion resistance. Rex what? Rex 45, Rex 121. S30V has better edge retention than MagnaCut. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Phil. The Rex stuff is all Crucible. CPM. If you see CPM, it's Crucible, which is made here in the United States. A lot of people think, like, when We Knives does 20 CV, they think it's Chinese 20 CV. It is not. They buy that from Crucible. It comes from the United States. And it is authentic. It's 20 CV. They do their own heat treat and grinding and stuff, but it's 20 CV. LMAX fall summer between S35VN and M390 in terms of, like, its performance. It's got better edge retention than S35VN, S30V, S45VN, not quite as good as M390. It's very stainless. It's tougher than M390, but not as tough as S35VN, I think. It's so hard to remember all these little details. And again, that's if you're comparing like perfectly apples to apples. Same blade, same geometry, same heat treat. So it's not going to be perfectly displayed across the board. You thought Magnico is brittle? I mean, it depends on the environment you're using it in. Like if you're using a pocket knife like a pocket knife, it's not brittle. But if you're like, if you have a fixed blade in Magnica and it's 64 and you're trying to like pry a hard log apart, yeah, it's probably not the best for that. So that's really circumstantial. Anything that's designed to have like a decent edge retention and it has to get really hard, probably not. I mean, like if you want a knife that's like great for like beating the absolute crap out of, like get a 1095 blade, get a 1095 fixed blade. And it should be like 57, 58. Like that's your beater, like that's your hardcore. Get the SE5 in 1095. That helicopter pilot knife. There you go. The Manix 2 and S30V is an absolutely wonderful EDC knife. You'll love that. Okay. It's time for me to go. I would listen. I would sit here and talk with you guys all night. But I have to. My family's upstairs. I have a new baby. I've got 2 kids who are probably waiting to watch a movie. I also have a 6-pack of tacos up there that I definitely want to eat. But believe me, I definitely would keep talking to you guys. But I've got some other stuff I got to do. But I really appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. Oh, and we have to give away some. Let's give away some memberships here real quick. Let's do 20 because there's only like 4. I say only. There's 500 people still that's like hanging out. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna buy some memberships here and give them to you guys. So there you go. Congratulations. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the channel. I'm not gonna stop. If the whole knife industry like collapses, I will still be here showcasing the best of the best for sure. I don't actually think that will happen. It's just funny to hear all that talk about it. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out. Consider joining Patreon. It's a fun place, and we give away a lot of stuff there. So, and it's super cheap at $1 a month. Anyways, link to the top of chat. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.